Good morning and welcome to Capping at the Spa, the Travers edition. We're recording live here from Quivik Drive in sunny Saratoga on an unusual Travers, but it is Travers Day. I want to welcome our live studio audience. Welcome everybody. Yay. Big crowd here today for Travers weekend. Quivik Drive, $25 admission. It is Travers Day. We have to keep paying the bills. Let's introduce our regulars here. We got Exact the Box Bobby on our right. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Ready for a big Travers Day.
Beautiful, beautiful. And we got Daily Double Dan. How are you, sir?
Living large and loving life.
Oh, this kid is something special. Better pick a winner today if you want to make our audience happy. Today we have 5 selections, a Travers Day thought, and a beer review. Quite thorough. Let's start with the first race and myself. In the first race, which is a maiden special weight, a mile and a 16th on the turf. Small field, only 6 horses, but we're going to go with the outside horse in the post position, which is High Tide, 6-1, Todd Pletcher and Johnny Velasquez. This horse hasn't run in a year, ran on the dirt, 5 furlongs, does have good turf breeding. Pletcher has great works with this horse, blinkers on, and he scratched the other half of the entry. So I think it's go time for this horse. Everybody else in the field has solid buyers. It's a good race, but they're all closers. So I'm hoping that this horse has the speed. They let him go out to the front, and if we can get 5 to 6-1 on him, we could be off to a good start for the day. We're gonna head over to Danny for race 3.
Race 3, we have 5.5 furlongs going on the turf, allowing 64,000. So starting off with the favorite here, Light in the Sky. Don't really have many knocks against this horse, but you know, a favorite that comes from dead last usually is a favorite I like to play against. So I'm going to try to beat him with a horse that'll be a little bit more forwardly placed. And I landed on the 7 here, Greats. Jimmy Bond horse, 12-1 morning line. First thing I was kind of looking for was a new face here. A lot of these horses going 2, 3, 4 times at the same level, haven't won yet. Looking at Greats, we see once it went over to the turf in June, 2 races vastly improved. And between those 2 races too, got better each race. Jimmy Bond's been hot at Saratoga. I've been playing him a lot this summer. And at 12-1, I think he can sit in 3rd, 4th place, sit right off the initial pace, and hopefully have enough to hold off Light in the Sky. I'll certainly be pairing him in Exactas with Light in the Sky. As I said, don't really have many knocks against it, just hoping that doesn't have enough to catch Greats before that wire.
All right, you worried about that also eligible, Appletini?
That's just helping add to the pace here.
All right. There's a few Appletini fans out there, I'm sure. Men as well as women, believe it or not. So, we're going to go to the 7th race, the Ballerina. One of our favorite races here on Travers Day, 7 furlongs, grade 1. A really good field. You got Serengeti Empress at 5-2. You got Cookie Dough with tremendous early speed. Bellafina, the Santa Anita Flash, who loves Santa Anita but is not great anywhere else. I think we can beat those horses. None of them are really in the best of form right now, and I don't think 7 furlongs is the best distance for a lot of them. I landed on Pink Sands, 10-1 on the morning line. Pink Sands, Shug McGahee has won a couple of graded stakes in the past at Gulfstream. The horse comes from the clouds. So my only chance here is for Serengeti Empress, who you know is going to bolt from the rail. We need Cookie Dough and we need Latruska to get out there and really push this horse. If they push him up front and they go 22, 44 and change, Pink Sands is going to be flying. I don't think you're going to get 10-1. You're probably going to get more in the 6 to 7-1 area. But I'm willing to take that. It's also the first leg of the Pick 5 stakes race, so we'd love to get off to a good start with Pink Sands. We're going to move to the 8th, and we're going to move to Bobby.
All right, 8th race is Detroit. Grade 3 turf sprint going 5.5 furlongs on the turf course. Interesting race, a lot of hard-knocking older horses who have been mainstays in this division, but none of them are in great form right now. We got Imprimis, who's coming off a layoff since the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. Then we have Shecky Shabazz and Pure Sensation, both of whom have run twice this year, both of whom have run once recently, and neither of them ran very well. So I think this is an opportunity to find a horse who's in better recent form, who can turn the tables at a bigger price, and that landed me on Pulsate, the 6 horse. This horse is 15-1 on the morning line, and it's just a younger horse. I think might still be on the upswing of his career, while some of these other older horses might be still trying to regain some of their prior form. So Pulsate, ever since he got on the turf and started turf sprinting, last 3 races, improving buyers every single time, getting better and better. His race at Belmont this year ran a 95 buyer, only lost a chewing gum by a nose, Chewing Gum in this race is 9-2 on the morning line. Pulsate's 15-1. So I think when we have a situation here where a couple of the favorites not in great form, we should get plenty of pace. American Sailor and Pure Sensation both basically go to the lead almost every single race of their career. So I think they'll ensure an honest pace, and I'm looking for Pulsate to work out a trip from the back of the field under Manny Franco at 15-1.
That'd be a nice one. We'd have a heck of a double and an early pick 5 going if we can hit that. We're going to take a quick horse racing break, and we're going to have a sponsored advertisement from the Brewery Brothers of Southern New Jersey, and we're going to go to have a little bit of a beer review here from Danny.
Here representing the Brewery Brothers today is Rep Danny, that's myself. So we're starting with an Anchor Brewing Company Liberty Ale here, selected by a Travers regular, Mr. Sean, and pretty good. I've been impressed with it. We got 5.9% ABV for an ale. That's pretty solid. Has some nice barley malt, hoppy aromas, which I'm a fan of. Am I ever going to go to a store and buy this again? Probably not. But at a backyard type of party like today, I open the cooler and I see a cold one, I'll be happy to grab one.
All right, you heard it here first. Brewery Brothers. Look them up. www.brewerybrothers.com. Let's go to the last race. 12th race. Bobby's going to give us one, and then we'll give a quick Travers thought.
Sounds good. Geeze, if you don't mind, let me borrow the 12th race on your
Sure
form.
thing,
Looks like
man.
someone in the studio audience might have been digging around in my papers a little bit pre-show. So don't know how I feel about that.
Was that the guy that was scratching Naira cards?
That might have been the very same one. We'll have to do an investigation after the show.
Bobby's got to earn some respect. Maybe he can pick a winner
right.
every once in a while.
Bailout race.
We'll
Go
see
ahead.
if we can get it done in the 12th race here. We got a state-bred filly maiden special going 6.5 furlongs on the dirt. Interesting race. Not a very, very strong field. The buyer par here is a 74, but nobody in this race has run better than like a 53, 54 on the dirt. So I think we have an opportunity here to find a price. I landed on the 7, Tiny Magoo, 8-1 on the morning line for Mike Maselli and Kendrick Carmouche. This horse ran in maiden claiming races for the first 2 races of her career, but again, I think this field is more indicative in quality of a maiden claimer than a maiden special anyway. So bit of a fake jumping class here, I think. Tiny Magoo ran in the first race of her career in February at Aqueduct, ran a 52 buyer, which is basically tied for like the best buyer in the field. Ran second, only lost by a length. So put together a pretty strong effort there. Came off the COVID layoff, ran in the slop at Belmont, got bet down to even money. Didn't run that well, but I'm willing to take a chance that she just didn't like the track. Now today she'll get back on a fast track, and I think she's just as good as some of the favorites in this race. So looking for Tiny Magoo in the last.
All right, you guys all know Tiny Magoo, right? Short guy, big glasses. Everybody knows him. All right, 20 seconds each on the Travers. We'll start with Daniel.
All right, one horse that intrigues me, Cara Caro at 10-1. A nondescript Travers trainer, Gustavo Delgado, probably his first Travers horse. And last time out, this horse ran great. Took a lot of money, went that bet down to 3-1, and much tougher trip than Country Grammar. Got nipped at the wire, lost by a neck. I think he's got a real chance today.
All right, Bobby.
I'm going to go with Uncle Chuck. You know when Baffert ships these horses over, they're ready to run. He's compared him favorably to Arrowgate, and we all know what Arrowgate did when Baffert shipped him as a lightly raced improving 3-year-old for the Travers a few years back. This is about the time of year when these late developing 3-year-olds start to improve and get better as they sort of move up late in the fall, getting into late summer, early fall. So I'm going to go with Uncle Chuck. I think he's going to sort of improve off his last race, and I think he's going to take down Tisdall.
Okay, notice Mr. Baffert is nodding his head yes on that. My interesting horse is Max Player. Again, Tisdall is going to be very, very tough to beat, but Max Player, sometimes it's as simple as taking the horse that ran second to the horse last time instead of the new shooters, and maybe he's got a chance with a little extra distance and a little different pace flow to make an impact here. So before we sign off, I'd like to ask anyone in the live audience would like to come over as a Travers tradition and give a today is your day at the end of the day here. Let's go, get over here. Come on, Kiara.
Let's go.
All right, you're holding us up, boys. All right, here's hoping today is your day.